Hello, welcome to my March TBR. I failed February. Okay, I'm just putting that out there. March, I'm going to try and not put too much pressure on myself. I've noticed I don't know if it's like really a trend, but last February I only read like 4 books. And so this February I've only read 4 books. So I don't know, it's just February just isn't a month of reading for me. And last February was because I had so many issues leading up to the birth of my son. I had him on the 25th of February. So I know that's like the end of the month. But then like March last year was such a good reading month for me. And I think because he was sleeping a lot, I was just having more time, I guess. But now like I'm back at work, but now my work hours are changing and I don't know. March has there's a couple different reading plans happening in March. I plan on reading Akane, so the start of the Midori Chronicles, because I'm doing a read along with Ash. We're reading 1 book a month from the whole Midori Chronicles. What are you chewing on? I'm also doing a buddy read with Jazz, which is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J Maas. I'm also buddy reading Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher with Jess from Jade Can Read on Instagram. And then I also have the 4th book in the Never After series, which is a buddy read with Asher from Ash Reads on Instagram. Mel also has her Roll of Reads readathon happening, which is a month-long readathon. I believe Jan might be doing like a Patreon only readathon, so I don't know what's happening there. What I'm doing first is I'm going to film my Pokemon Go Chooses My TBR, and I'm going to try and combine as many books together as possible, and then I'm going to film my Roll of Reads TBR. I'm going to put them all into one video, so this is going to be one very long video. Wicked by Emily McIntyre, Crown of Midnight by Sarah J Maas, Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher, Akane by the Midori Chronicles. So that's 4 so far. Can't remember what Jan's book club pick is. And I also want to try and get through some of my 23 reads to read in 2023. I'm stressing. It's okay. Everything's okay. It's gonna be okay.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop fucking lying.
I think what went wrong with February was I had a lot of YA picks, and I'm just not feeling YA at the moment. I'm in the middle of so many books, I'm just not feeling them. Let's open up Pokemon Go and see what is going on. I haven't opened it today, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know if there's anything happening right now, like event wise in Pokemon Go. I think there's like a Hoenn region thing happening, because like Jirachi, there's like a shiny Jirachi up. But I'm thinking of maybe doing like my punishment for not reading books is maybe getting rid of a shiny Pokemon for each book I didn't read, but I don't think I'll start that yet. Let me know if you think that is something that I should do. Okay, so I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Pokemon here with a rocket balloon. So 7 Pokemon, 7 books, not bad. Let's see how we go. So we'll start off with Kangaskhan. So Kangaskhan is normal Pokemon. It showed up in the original 151 Pokemon, and they never actually showed like, so even though Kangaskhan, you can see here Kangaskhan has a baby in its pocket, it's still just one Pokemon. And so many people thought like that there would be like an evolution or maybe a pre-evolution of like that baby on its own, but nothing's ever happened, and it's been like over 20 years, so I don't think so. So that was a normal type. We've got Fletchling here, which is a normal slash flying. So sci-fi book or a like non-fiction slash literary fiction slash whatever. Fletchling is really hard to friggin' catch. So I can't remember what Fletchling came out of. I also think this time around I'm going to just edit it as I'm catching all the Pokemon, and then I'll talk about the books. So I'm going to catch all the Pokemon. I'm then going to do my roll of reads, TBR, and then I'll talk about the books. Like, I'll do my roll for roll of reads, and then I'll talk about the books I'm choosing. But you would have already seen me talking about all the buddy reads I want to do next month. Oh, I think in March I'm also reading a Torchic, which is a fire type Pokemon. I'm also going to be reading Under the Whispering Door, the new TJ Klune book though, with Vish, because we both got arcs for it on NetGalley. So this is Pure Ugly. I don't think, is it Pure Ugly? It's the evolution of Glameow. It's from Dawn, no, Diamond and Pearl. Dawn was the character from Diamond and Pearl. But Pure Ugly was like one of the main Pokemon that the team, what are they called? It's like the planets teams or whatever. It's not Team Rocket, but like that. Team Rocket for that generation. I can't remember what they're called. Anyway, we've got Sorok here, which from my last one I remember being, it's a gift and a Pulpic because it's psychic and rock. So another Pulpic there. And then we've got Trico. Hello Trico, you're a leaf grass type, which I think was middle grade. Which might work because it's middle grade March, next month, in March. Okay, so, oh, something else just showed up. Oh, Mudkip! Mudkip's one of my favorite Pokemon in the world, and that's a water type. A pirate book? Ooh, let's see. I think that's what I said what water type was be, or maybe water type was book that'll make me cry. No, that was bug type. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Pokemon there. We've got 4 normals. We've got 1 fire, 1 rock / psychic. We've got 1 grass and 1 water. Yeah, it is a Hoenn because those are all the Hoenn starters. Anyway, I'm going to go choose the books for this TBR and then get back to you. Hello, I am back with my roll of reads TBR set up. I've got my Wormwood, I don't know if that's going to focus. So it's my Wormwood case. They did a Kickstarter with Dispel Dice. How beautiful are those? I got it for Christmas from my husband a couple of years ago when we used to play D&D. Now we do not because we're both very freaking busy. But here's the D20. How gorgeous is that? Right? How pretty is that? And then I think I'm just going to do a 6-sided die. Oh, I guess I'll do 8. Let's do the 8. Here's the 8-sided die. So pretty. So yeah, I think I'll roll the 8 first to see how many rolls I need to do. And then I'll start rolling the 20. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to do this because the tripod that I use that used to like bend so you could like see flat on the ground broke. Here's my little die roller, little fairy loot box. Okay, let us roll. Okay, rolling. It's a 4. Yeah. Lol, can you see that? 4. Okay. Okay, I need to pick 4 books. Roll 4 times. Yeah, 4 books. Roll number 1 is, I wonder if, okay, hang on. Rolling number 1. No. Okay. So that says 16. I don't know why it's not focusing, but it's 16. So, 5, 10, 15, 16. Aussie author. Perfect. That works out very well. Rolling number 2. Please focus. 3. Kid's woken up, so hang on, where's 3 gone? Anyway, 1, 2, 3. Number 3 is LGBTQIA plus rep. Rolling. Number 3 is number 4. Prompt number 4. Prompt number 4 is a dwarf. Place that. Okay. And roll number 4 is a 20. A nat 20. That's not going to focus. I don't know what the heck is wrong with my camera now, but that's a nat 20. And that is, oh, gifted. That is gifted slash sub box, which works well with my prompt, which was a gifted prompt in my Pokemon Go TBR. So now I believe there is a rule if I get a nat 20, so bear with me. Okay, so the rule if I rolled a 20 was pick my own book or do whatever I want. So I can pick my own book or make it a pass, it's up to me. But I'm gonna stick with it because it was a gifted book and that's part of my Pokemon Go TBR. So that is my rolls and I'll come back with you when I finally chosen my full TBR. Hi, welcome to the bookish part of this video. So you would have seen my Buddy Reads I Need to Read this month, my Pokemon Go picks my TBR, Roll of Reads picks my TBR, and now here is my actual TBR. So I've got 4 Buddy Reads this month. I've got the Doran Chronicles read along that I'm hosting with Ash, and we are reading Akane first up this month by Lynette Noni. This is about 16-year-old Alex who is dreading her first day at her new school, but when she gets dropped off she walks through this door and it's actually a magical portal to get to this whole world of Medora, and she shows up at this school called Akane, and while she's there she's like trying to get back to her own world, and they're like, you need to find the headmaster, but the headmaster is missing. And so she's trying to find the headmaster, but she's also like doing the classes at the school, and she finds out a lot of stuff and it's really fun. I'm really excited to pick this up with a bunch of other people in the read along, so I will leave the Discord link and the announcement video down below if you want to check it out and read along with us. I'm also buddy reading with Jasmine on Instagram / Discord, Crown of Midnight by Sarah J Maas. This is the second book in the Throne of Glass series. This follows on the end of Throne of Glass and how Selena has now the King's Champion and stuff from there. With Jess from Jade Can Read on Instagram, I am buddy reading Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. This is the second book in the Dreamland Billionaire trilogy. This is focusing on Declan and Iris. I believe it's marriage convenience, office romance / age gap as well. Really excited. We met Declan and Iris in the first book. I'm really excited to see how we go with this. And then I will also be reading Twisted with Ash, which is different Ash. This is a Aladdin reimagining. It's by Emily McIntyre and I'm really keen for it. Okay, now for my Pokemon Go TBR, we had 4 normal type Pokemon, and so normal type Pokemon was either like a lit fic, non-fic, women's fic, historical fic, whatever. And then also for Roll of Reads I picked dwarf. Well, I rolled a dwarf, and that is a lit fic, classic, non-fic pick. For Pokemon Go TBR I'm actually going to combine 2 of them. So Kangaskhan and Pure Ugly were both normal type, so I'm going to combine those 2 to make one book because I'm going to take it easy myself this month. Easy. And then the 2 Fletchlings, I'm going to combine them too. So for those 2 I'm going to be reading We Spread by Ian Reid. This is it's also apparently like a horror as well, but it's about Penny, who's an artist, and she's lived in the same apartment for decades, surrounded by the artifacts and keepsakes of her long life. She's resigned to the mundane rituals of old age until things start to slip. Before her longtime partner passed away years earlier, provisions were made, unbeknownst to her, for a room in a unique long-term care residence where Penny finds herself after one too many incidents. Apparently, it's very thought-provoking. And then for the other lit-fic, non-fic classic pick, I will be reading Know My Name by Chanel Miller. This is about Chanel Miller, who is the survivor of the Stanford sexual assault case, and this is her telling her story, and I'm really excited. I know this is going to be a very hard read as well, because I live in Australia. I wasn't as focused, like this wasn't a big part of my life when this happened, because I live in Australia, I don't live in the US, and I know this happens in Australia too. So I am trying to better myself, and I'm going to read this. So these are my two lit-fic, non-fic picks of the month. Torchic was a book with spice. So Torchic is a fire type Pokemon, a book with spice. I'm going to read Fire and Ash by Sarah Kate. This is a short, smutty novella. It's also queer, so it's going to make my Roll of Reads LGBTQIA+ rep pick. And I'm super excited. I read the first chapter when I unboxed it, and it was super sexy, so I'm really excited to read about these two. This is an age gap student-teacher relationship, and it's super sexy and super mini. I'm also combining my Soul Rock and my Mudkip pick. So Soul Rock was a gifted book, Mudkip was a pirate book, and I'm going to be reading Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin. So this was gifted to me by the lovely Meredith, so thank you so much, Merb, for this. This is also a historical fiction as well, so it could be chosen for one of them. But yes, so this is about Bennett Sharp, who's on the run. She's wanted for piracy. She fears neither God nor death nor man, except for Priest Farrell. The unfaithful, stormy-eyed libertine hunts her with terrifying possessiveness. Nothing will stop him from coming for her. Not his unforgivable betrayal. Not when she's captured by the ice-cold pirate hunter, Lord Ashley Cutler. She must escape Ashley's prison and Priest's deceit, but can she walk away from their twisted desires? So apparently there's like this really big twist at the end, like no one sees coming. So I'm super excited to read this and pick it up and find out what the fuss is about. I also captured a Trico, which is a grass type Pokemon, so I had to pick a middle grade. I'm also going to try and combine my queer and my middle grade books, and I have a couple in my head. I asked the stream that I'm currently live in at the moment for Mel's first sprint of the month, and got a couple good picks. I cannot remember them right now. So there was like Moonflower by Case and Calendar. There was a couple graphic novels like Lumberjanes, or so the Deep and Dark Blue, Melissa, Seance Tea Party, and Lumberjanes. So those are some middle grade picks / queer picks I'm also excited to pick up. But yes, I know I said I was going to be easy on myself, but this is so not easy. Oh my goodness, so many books. So these are some of the books on my TBR this month. Thank you so much for watching. I also have leftover from last month, Throne of Glass and Wretched. So good luck to me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you next time. Bye.